Hello and welcome to Rachel's Rambles. In this vlog, join us as we, that's me and my partner Rob, escape to the country for one of our more eclectic getaways. Yep, it's a real mixed bag this time. Our short break to the Cotswolds includes exploring one of England's most picturesque and historic cities, countryside walks, food, of course, Instagrammable villages and cheese rolling. Yes, you did hear me correctly, cheese rolling. Keep watching for that little gem. But to start, we took a little trip to Bath, which, strictly speaking, probably isn't the Cotswolds, but please don't come at me.
I've been to Bath once before when I was really little, but I can't really remember it, so it was like I was visiting the city for the very first time.
We had to take a look at the famous Pulteney Bridge and the weir on the River Avon. Parade Gardens is next to this, and it's a really good viewing point and a nice spot to sit and chill for a little while. The bridge was built in the 1770s, and as you can imagine, this along with the weir is one of the most photographed views in Bath. That afternoon we also met up with a friend for a cuppa at the Holborn Museum. I didn't do any filming here, but we sat outside on the patio with a brew, and it's a really nice spot, so if you're looking for somewhere central but not too crowded, this might be worth a look. The cafe is at the back of the building. After that, we said goodbye to my pal and just explored Bath on foot, including the Abbey. We didn't pay an entrance fee, we just had a quick nose through the gift shop. We also explored the indoor market and just had a general little mooch around. There were lots of people, but it was a spring bank holiday weekend, so we expected it to be busy. We ducked into the pump room, which adjoins the Roman baths, for a quick loo stop. I'm not entirely sure that's allowed, but hey, nobody seemed to mind. People were still queuing for the Roman baths, so we didn't go in, but once again we had a quick nose. We're quite good at that. It's an impressive building which houses a restaurant and the entrance hall to the Roman baths.
Now, we love our food, and Rob had pre-booked dinner at the Botanist restaurant and cocktail bar. As the name suggests, it has a botanical theme, both in decor and in the menu. We both had kebabs, not sure how that works with the theme, but they were really nice. We followed this up with the mini flower pot desserts, but they nearly broke me. Delicious though. The 30 terrace houses of the Royal Crescent were built between 1767 and 1775. It's an iconic landmark in Bath and has featured in several TV programmes and films.
Greetings, we are in the lovely Cotswolds. I am in the middle of a field somewhere near the Thames Head Inn. We are in search of the Thames headstone and the source of the Thames today. We've been inspired by a gentleman called Ed Pratt, who is on YouTube. I'll try to remember to tag him below, but he did a series of videos recently where he did source to sea of the River Thames. He had to stay connected to the River Thames, which meant wading through it in the early stages, and then eventually a kayak all the way to the North Sea, which was brilliant. So if you've got time, give it a look. It really was good. But there is a Thames headstone somewhere, so we are off in search of the Thames headstone, and then there is the actual source of the River Thames. So we're going to try and find both. Should have added where we've parked is right on the busy A road, and people really speeding down there today. So if you do come in search of it, hop into the same field that we are and keep yourself safe. skates. Childlike, Rob says.
Straight in. Noisy. Goodbye wildlife.
So, you probably can't see it, so I'm just going to read it out. The Conservators of the River Thames, 1857 to 1974. This stone was placed here to mark the source of the River Thames. So no water here today. I don't think it's been here for quite some time. We're going to have a little walk to see if we can find the start of the actual water. Tempted to go a little bit further just to see if there's anything.
And it was here that we decided to give up looking for the source of the River Thames and have some lunch instead. We went to the Lamb Inn. Now, I can't remember the name of the village, so if you recognise it, please let me know in the comments. We had the roast dinner baguette with roast potatoes, of course, followed by the world's biggest sausage roll. Next up is the lovely village of Bourton-on-the-Water. Or is it pronounced Burton-on-the-Water? I'm not quite sure. Called the Venice of the Cotswolds, you can see why. It's beautiful, and as a result, it really is a case of Instagram versus reality, as my goodness, there were a lot of people. We visited on a bank holiday weekend though, so I expect it was extra busy, but regardless, it's a lovely place to explore and have an ice cream, which we did, of course, lemon meringue in case you're interested, and dip your feet into the water if you're that way inclined. There's shops, cafes, pubs, restaurants and tea rooms, so there's plenty to keep you and the other gazillion visitors busy for a few hours. Now onto the main event, the annual cheese rolling competition at Cooper's Hill in Brockworth. It's an event that dates back hundreds of years. Participants race down a 180-metre hill chasing a wheel of Double Gloucester cheese. The hill is steep and the cheese can reach speeds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. The first person to the bottom of the hill wins the cheese. Now, Rob was initially keen on taking part, but thankfully I chipped away at him all weekend and he decided not to. Even so, I'm not sure he'd be able to get to the start line at the top of the hill. The crowds were epic. It's worth saying that it's an unofficial event and there are signs up everywhere saying that you really are there at your own risk. I hadn't quite appreciated how popular the spectacle is. So if you're not a fan of crowds, then it's probably not one for you. However, if you enjoy seeing crazy and unique traditions, then you'll love it. There are a couple of uphill races, including one for children, as well as the downhills. And players from the local rugby team help people along the way, including helping them to stop when they reach the bottom. The crowd loves it, with people chanting "cheese, cheese, cheese" in between the races. Multiple drones were filming it, and it was even streamed live on BBC iPlayer. It's absolutely nuts.
Oh, there's the first person. There's the second person. Wow. Oh, that drone whizzed through. Oh, there's a greeno. He's doing what I would have done. Bum shuffling all the way down. Hey.
Needless to say, there are often injuries, and this year was no exception, with the local air ambulance being called out. While the event was quite the experience, I was left slightly conflicted about attending something where people are hurt and where local resources were potentially stretched. That said, what a day, and it's certainly one that was a talking point for quite a while. What do you think? Would you take part? Let me know in the comments. And after that, our time in the Cotswolds was coming to an end and it was time to start the drive back to Norfolk. It was a great weekend. We had lots of things to see and do, great food, unique experiences, and of course, cheese. I hope you've enjoyed watching this little video of 72 hours in the Cotswolds and have picked up a few ideas of places to go and things to see. I'm honestly grateful to everyone who watches, comments and subscribes. So that's it for now. I'll see you next time on Rachel's Rambles.